Today I'm going to take up data file handling, and let's do the topic of modifying a record in this, right? So till now we have seen how to read a record from a file, how to write a record, how to search for a record, how to delete a record, right? The only operation that is left now is how to modify an existing record in a file. Now I have written the initial part of the program. The class is class EMP, the same one which we had taken earlier. So here we have emp number, name, department and salary, right? Now in get data we are going to accept the data from the user. So here I write cout enter the employee number and handle in EMP number, right? The next one, cout enter the name of the employee and then in name, right? So same way you put down all the details. Enter the department and in department. Finally the salary. So cout enter the salary in salary here, right? So that's all we do in the get data function. Then I have the void display function. Now in the void display function we just have to display the details. So here I write EMP number like this, and then we display the EMP number and then come to the next line like this, right? Endl cout name, close the string and then display the name and then put a endl, right? Cout department here and endl, and then finally the salary. This is the salary here and endl, right? Okay, this is the end of your display method. And then now I'm going to declare the prototype of a function which is called modify, right? Void modify, and then I close the class, right? We'll be defining this modify function. Now since it has been declared inside the class and not defined, so we'll be using the scope resolution operator, void emp scope resolution operator, and then modify like this, right? Now inside the modify function, what are we supposed to do, right? So modify function basically is for updating a particular record or modifying a particular record, right? So now here I'm going to write cout employee number and then I'm displaying that employee number, fine. So basically whatever is the record that is being displayed here, right? Okay, name and endl, right? Cout department end in. Cout salary here, and then end in, right? Okay, now after this, here I ask the user to enter the new details for the record, right? So whatever the user enters, that will be the modified data, right? Now here I have to take some variables here. So name 1 I take, and that is 30, right? And then I take char DEPTT1, and then this is 10, and float salary 1, like this. Now you have to remember one thing, that the employee number will not be changed, right? The changes that you want to make will be in the other variables only, name, department, salary. The employee number once given to an employee, that will remain permanent, that will not be changed, right? Okay, now after that we write cout new name for the employee, right? And here I'm giving an option like this, enter dot to retain the old name, right? And then whatever the user enters goes into this variable name1. Same way, cout new department. Again here I'll write the same thing, enter dot to retain the old name. It's not necessary that it has to be dot only, it can be any character, right? So you can put something like enter comma to retain the old name, or enter k to retain the old name, enter any character from your keyboard, right? Okay. Right, now cin DEPTT 1, then cout new salary, enter to retain the old one, right? Okay, cin salary, done. So here the user is entering the new details for the record. Okay, now after that we need to check what the user has entered, whether he has entered a new name or he has entered a dot. If he enters a dot, that means the same thing has to be retained, right? Okay. So here I write if string compare. Now name is a string, department is a string, so when you want to compare strings, we use the function string compare, which is there in the header file string.h, right? Now here I write the name that we had taken, that is in name1. If name1 is equal to dot, right, then it will give equal to 0 here, fine. Or let's put it the other way around, is not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0 means the user has not entered a dot, he has entered something else. So in that case I say string copy name comma name1. So the record in the file is rewritten with name1, that is the new name that was given by the user, right? Okay. Now same way we do it for department also. If strcmp we put it like this, department1 dot not equal to 0, in that case we write strcpy dep tt department and then department 1, like this, right? Okay, then marks, for that you don't need, for salary you don't need this what do you call, string compare. So I'll do it like this. In fact, for salary here it's not dot because salary is not a string here, right? So here I'll put it as enter some number basically. So we put it as -1, right? Okay, enter -1 to retain the old one. So here I'll write if salary not equal to -1, that means a new salary has been entered, right? In that case I say salary is equal to salary 1, right? Understood? That's all we have to do in this function modify. Here I close this function. So basically in the modify function I'm asking, first of all I'm displaying the old record as it is, and then I'm asking the user to enter the details for the new record, and if the user enters the details for the new record, then I first of all check whether the user has entered a new record, new detail or not, and if he has entered a new detail, that is written to the private variable, private data member of the class, right? So this is basically the modify function. Now after the modify function comes here this the class is over, the modify function is also over. Now basically we have to write the main function, right? Now in the main function most of the things that we do are the same, like I take a f stream, fine, and here we open a file in the, supposing I say emp.dat, and this file is opened in both input as well as output mode, right? Okay, then I have to take the emp number. See, whenever you have to modify a file, for modifying a file you first for modifying a record, you first need to search that particular record, right? So the searching module that we have done earlier, you have to do the same thing here, the searching module, right? Once that particular record is searched, after that this modify function will be called, right? There will be one accessor function in this class which will be like this. Here I am putting it. It will be after this one, right? The int get emp number, right? And here we'll write return emp number. Now I'll show you the modify module in this. I mean how to call that modify function, right? You will ask the user to enter a record, enter an employee number for which he wants to search, right? The user enters the employee number. Now after that I'll go through the file while not now whatever we have taken, this one fstream object, we should have taken an fstream object here, supposing I call it as file 1, right? Okay, now here while not file1.eof, right? Okay, so that means I am going through the whole file. Now here in this case, see, we have to take one integer variable here, or one we'll take it as long, we call it as pos, right? Now here I write pos is equal to file1.telg. So before reading the record, I am storing the position of the cursor inside this variable pos, right? After that you read the record, this read, will do the read here, fine. After doing the read, you will check if whatever object you have taken. Supposing the object I have taken for the class is S1, so I write if S1 dot get EMP number, right, is equal to EMP number 1. This EMP number 1 is the variable that you might have taken inside this file, right? Okay. In that case, if it is equal, we call this modify function. Okay. Now this is the place where your modify function is called. Once the modify function is called and the user enters the new record, right? Okay. Then you have to do this file1.seekg pos. That means I have to position my cursor back at the position where the record is starting, right? Because when you read the record, the cursor goes to the end of the file, right? So now I have to come to the beginning of the file. Then I do file1.write, and the write, this thing will come here, right? The same syntax what we have done earlier, and then we have a char found, and I put this char found is equal to y, and then I break out of the loop, right? Now this is what we do in the modify function. At this point, wherever the search is successful, at that point the modify function is called, and once the modify function is called, all the data is accepted. And this you have to remember that when I have a record like this, at the first record, suppose the cursor is here, so when I say tell G, this point, this position is stored inside this pos, right? This is pos here, fine. Now when I read that record, after reading that record, the cursor moves to the end of this record. Now when I want to modify the file, if I keep the cursor at this position itself, then it will modify the next record, but I want to modify this record only, right? So we have to take the cursor back to this position. The position is already stored in the variable pos, right? So when we say file1.seekg pos, this comes back to this place, and when you do the write operation, the write operation will rewrite this record, right? So with that, these are the this is the basic thing you have to understand in the modify operation. Search module you have already done, and the same thing, the search, once you search then you modify, right? So with that I come to the end of this session. Good.